Cal, a tough 90 minutes out there, goal withdraw. Your thoughts on the game first?
Yeah, I think you defined it quite well with a tough 90 minutes. I think the feeling in the dressing room from us is we weren't good enough over the 90 minutes. We weren't as good as we have been maybe in prior weeks, especially with creating opportunities and that. But I think defensively we stood up really well to, as we all know, a very good Morton side. You know, they've got 3 months unbeaten almost, things like that, and it's a fantastic achievement. And we know how good they are, and look, everyone's got a style of play, and they don't just play it long every time. They're playing out from the back. They're waiting for the right moment to do it, and it makes it very, very difficult to defend it. And I think we stood up to that well today, when at times maybe this season we've not done that physicality side of it that well. But that's 3 clean sheets on the bounce, and we've got a lot of talent and technical ability in our squad. And if we can keep that solid base, then we will score goals and we will win games. You know, if you don't concede, you only need to score 1 to win that game.
I think you touched on it there. It certainly didn't look in the second half like the type of game we were going to do enough to win. So how important was it, particularly when they were throwing everything at it towards the end, that we made sure we didn't lose it?
Yeah, I think it's vital important. You know how tight this league is. You know, suddenly we were, you know, some people would have had us staring into the abyss about a month ago, and now suddenly people are thinking we could be challenging up towards the playoffs and things like that. Obviously, we would have liked to get that 3 points today and close in on Morton in that last playoff spot. But I think we've just got to keep making sure that we don't lose games to begin with, and then if we win games, because if we're stopping other teams beating us, then they're not getting the 3 points, and they're not going to be gaining ground on us or pulling away from us. You know, there's still time left in this season, and I think with that solid base, we definitely can kick on.
You touched on it, Cal. The 3 clean sheets in a row are huge building block for picking up points. How important is that going forward? Because that's a side, I think you mentioned it there, a side of the game that we've maybe not been at our best this season overall.
Yeah, I think if we look at towards the start of the season, with the number of goals we conceded, you know, it wasn't unusual for us. We're conceding 3, 4, 5, even some games. And if you're conceding that goal, it doesn't matter how good you are going forward, you're going to lose games of football, because if it just turns into a basketball match of who can outscore who, it's going to fall either side of the coin, you know, every so often. And I think one thing that the gaffer's really done when he's come in is made sure that we've got that solid base. Obviously, we've got a lot of defensive boys have been playing really well. Jack Thompson slipped back into that centre half role. Obviously, Bannon has been doing fantastic. Tizard's come back into the team and done brilliantly. And obviously, we've got Danny Wilson stepping in, and that experience in that back line with Sean Welsh sitting in front. I think it's vitally important for us. And as you said, if we can keep those clean sheets, we've got that. You know, got Rory Payton up front, Dom Thomas up front, brilliant talent coming off the bench as well, and we'll score in more games than we won't. You know, so if we get that clean sheet, we get 3 points hopefully. And
on a personal note, today was your 100th appearance for the club. What does that mean to you personally, and how pleasing was it to mark it with the type of performance you did?
Yeah, I think I said to myself that I wanted to make sure that my 100th appearance was one that I'm going to remember, and to do that for a goalkeeper, to get a clean sheet. You know, I think growing up, you know, I always said to myself, if I get one professional appearance, I'd die a happy man. You know, when you spend 10, 15 years of your life devoting it to one area, sacrifices that you have to make, and being able to make 100 appearances for a professional football club is something that I'm going to carry with me, you know, for the rest of my life. And it's really, really, it means a lot to me, especially for a club that's got the heritage that Queen's Park does, and be involved in a journey, you know, of the club.
And also nice to mark it with a Man of the Match award as well.
Yeah, obviously, I think for me, the clean sheet's more important. You know, that bottle of wine will sit in my cupboard all year.
And we now look forward to another difficult game next week, but the mood in the squad must be one of anticipation of the next game coming around each week.
Yeah, it is. I think we're excited to play in these games. You know, you go away to Tannadice, we know there's going to be a big crowd. You know, they're going to be looking back after the game this week and looking to bounce back and hopefully get a good result. And, you know, but we went there early in the season. I know we took the lead, and then we matched them for that first half. You know, and I think with a solid defensive, we can go there and we can give them a good game, and, you know, put the pressure on them for sure.
Thanks for your time, Cal.
Cheers, Sean. Thank you.
Thank you.